Hey, hey, Trevy's painting table fans! Hey guys, Trevy the Great here again with another awesome Warhammer 40,000 battle report from Valhalla! This one is more awesome Space Marine on Space Marine action. This is Blood Angels versus Blood Angels this time, so a lot more assaulty, less shooty, which is sweet. This army is actually against Ren from Blue Table Painting. If you guys watch their videos, and you'll know who that is most likely. And his Blood Angels army. We are taking very similar armies in that we have a lot of very elite units. We both have a Sanguinary Guard unit. We both have the Sanguinor. Ren's taking Astorath the Grim, along with a unit of Death Company with Lamarties in it, and a bunch of really nasty equipment, while I'm taking a lot more troops choices. So basically Ren's army, Ren also has two assault squads backing his other elite squads up, but his army is a lot more straight up in your face charging, and mine is a lot more of objective taking and sort of maneuverability and trying to take objectives and things like that. I'm taking the same list that I have, the same 2,000 point list I have up until now. If you guys have missed that, it is 3 assault squads, multi-melta plasma gun power sword. Sorry, not multi-melta, just normal melta. You can't take a multi-melta. A Storm Raven gunship with multi-melta, last cannon, extra armor, and hurricane bolters, and a locator beacon. I have the Sanguinor, a unit of Vanguard veterans are going to drop down in the locator beacon for some 1-2 punch action. And then I have a unit of Sanguinary Guard with a chapter banner inside the Storm Raven, along with a Dreadnought, multi-melta, and Dreadnought close combat weapon. And then I have 4 Sanguinary Priests with jump packs, 1 in each assault squad, 1 in the Sanguinary Guard squad. So very, very nifty. So the board deployment is almost exactly the same as the last game I played on the same board. Lots of narrow streets and things, but we're not going to be hindered by those considering we're both all jump pack armies. So we're probably just going to be doing a lot of Spider-Man action, jumping over the buildings and trying to get in those alleyways and get the first assault off, because whoever gets that first assault is going to be able to wipe the floor with the other guy and be able to probably win the game. Obviously it's the pitch battle deployment because we're up 12 inches on each side, because I think that's all I've played this weekend, to be honest. And then it is capture and control again. My objective is the little moisture evaporator things in the center of the photo. They're in my my right hand bottom corner. I put them out in the open between the that little terrace area and that little building because I knew that neither of us has a lot of shooting, but I would like to be able to get shooting off on my opponent, and I wasn't expecting to have a troop choice on that objective for most of the game. Anyway, I was just gonna probably be assaulting it if Ren did move his troops up and take it. Ren's deployment is on almost the opposite side of the board. It's sort of in the center of the picture, just above my objective. On the other side of the board, obviously, it's a little tiny shrine thing. I don't think you can see it right now, but it's sort of in the center of the table between 2 buildings. And he's got an assault squad on it at the moment, but I don't know if they're going to stay there, because I'll probably be able to either put 2 assault squads of my own into that unit, or they're going to move up and try to assault my own objective. So that's what's going on. Let's get into the first turn, and we'll see how both of these different lists play out. Okay, here's the board after round 1. I believe Ren did go first in this game, and so I was taking the second turn, and he basically moved up with all of his troops. He moved out his assault squad off of his objective, which you can see there. It's the little shrine in the upper center of the picture, which I was a little bit surprised about, but not unduly worried, because that would allow me to bring my troops around and be able to at least contest his objective, while he was going to send everything into my objective. So with this sort of setup, it looked a lot like the game was going to be a draw from the beginning, but considering we both have very assaulty armies, we both do a lot of damage to each other on the assault, it might be that with a concerted push, I might be able to weaken his troops' selection and take out the game with one objective to nothing. So I Jiro boosted my Storm Raven up. onto that building, so that it does get the 4+ cover save and the against shooting, and then the what do you call it? The 6s to hit in close combat. I jumped the assault squad that was behind that little building in the lower left-hand corner. Jumped it up onto the building, so hopefully they can probably get an assault off on one of those assault squads. Hopefully wipe it out with their sanguinary priest, giving them furious charge, and then I'll still have an assault squad back on that building on the left-hand side to be able to jump over and take my objective. So just a lot of positioning right now. I did position my assault squad on my left flank. You can't really see it in this picture, but it's moving around to either one, take Ren's objective, or two, to jump over and be able to tie up his assault squad that's moving towards my objective on that flank. Okay, round two, battle is finally joined, which is awesome. I've decided to make a push with my assault squad that was camping my objective, as well as my sanguinary guard squad. So what I've done is Sanguinor, as you can see, is deep struck on that building right in front of the Storm Raven. The Storm Raven's moved back 6 inches, just so it can unload troops onto the top of that building. Because in his turn, Ren did assault the Storm Raven with his Sanguinary Guard in hopes to get some Power Fist attacks off on it and hopefully do some damage, but unfortunately he wasn't able to do anything because he did need 6s to hit. So I've moved back with the Storm Raven, and I've unloaded the Sanguinary Guard. Sanguinor's come down. The Vanguard veterans still haven't come down, but I've jumped my assault squad off that building that they were on, and they've been able to assault the assault marines that in Ren's turn had moved up down that alleyway. Now we both had sanguinary priests in those units, so the battle was sort of moot. I think I was able to do more damage than Ren's troops. However, he does have his death company and his other assault squad moving in, so I wasn't able to do a lot of damage, and that's probably gonna be the downfall of that assault squad. My assault squad's probably gonna be able to be destroyed pretty easily by the death company and the rest of his troops. Although my Sanguinary Guard did assault Ren's Sanguinary Guard, along with they were joined by Asterath, and my Sanguinary Guard were able to wipe out his Sanguinary Guard. I think Asterath did survive the battle, but he was killed by the last remaining Sanguinary Guard next turn. So with the additional attacks from Sanguinor and all that, they were able to best their counterparts on Ren's team and were able to wipe them out, which was awesome. Okay, we have a sort of focus picture over here. Not a heck of a lot going on in the battlefield. Basically, all the actions center around this one central area where everybody's attacking each other. So in Ren's turn, he moved his death company and his Sanguinor and his remaining assault squad. They assaulted my one little assault squad, and they were able to wipe it out pretty handily, which is too bad. And then consolidated up onto this building. Now, this is going to be probably the beginning of my turn, and the last little Sanguinary Guard there, my chapter banner, I was able to take out Asterath, and then Sanguinor is going to assault that assault squad that's up there along with the Dreadnought, because the Storm Raven dropped the Dreadnought, moved 6 inches over, and went all gunship on the Death Company. He was able to fire all his Bloodstrike missiles, as well as the 2 anti-tank guns and the 2 Hurricane bolters on its fuselage. Now, unfortunately, the Death Company did get a cover save, and I wasn't able to do a lot of damage. They were getting feel no pain against the Hurricane bolters, so I only killed 1 or 2, I think. But every little bit counts, considering there was only a couple in the squad to begin with. But they're going to be able to jump up there, and they do have a Thunder Hammer, and they do have a lot of power up, and so they're going to be able to do a lot of damage to that Dreadnought, which I've dropped down. Now, I dropped down the Dreadnought because I figured there wasn't going to be any real chance for it to do anything else with its anti-tank weaponry. So I figured it might be able to hold up that squad for a turn or two. If not, then it will have died a glorious death and earned honor in the memory of the chapter. But otherwise, not a lot has gone on this turn. I've moved over to take Ren's objective and pretty much moved over to my objective with my 2 troop assault squads. And other than that, that's all that's going on. Okay, so here's another picture of this central combat, because not much else matters. I have assault squads on both of the objectives, but they're not really doing anything, so this is really this is where all the action is. So as you can see, Ren's assaulted the Dreadnought and Sanguinor with pretty much everything he has, except for a couple of submarines who assaulted the Storm Raven. But because I've moved and because I have a high enough armor to make it difficult for them, they weren't able to do any damage. Um, so over here in the center, we had what we like to call a sanguine off, where the two Sanguinors fought it out. Unfortunately, Ren Sanguinor did get the assault off, so he was a little bit better off. But I don't think he was able to do any wounds to my Sanguinor. I was passing armor saves like a boss. It was awesome. My Sanguinor was just pretty much taking everything he got thrown at him. I think at one point I had to take 7 saves from a power weapon. I said, hey, I'm confident in my ability to make 7 3+ invulnerable saves, and I made them all. And there you go. Sanguinor's tough nut to crack when you can roll really well. Other than that, I think the Death Company's Thunderhammer did take care of the Dreadnought, so that's too bad. I hoped it would last a little longer, but hopefully Sanguinor can keep rolling awesome and hold up this unit. Okay, next turn. This is nearing the end of the game at this point. We're getting down to turn 4 or 5. I don't remember off the top of my head. Ren has finally wrecked my Dreadnought, killed Sanguinor, and jumped off his building to attack my objective. I do have an assault squad hiding behind the Storm Raven behind that building there, but Storm Raven's pretty much the only thing contesting it, and I'm just going to be able to bounce back and forth. I can move 6 inches and still contest the objective every turn, so hopefully that will be able to save me and still stop him from taking an objective. And of course, the Storm Raven can still fire all of its weapons and hopefully do some damage with them before the end of the game. So I do have an assault squad on Ren's objective. So right now the game is tied if he's able to destroy the Storm Raven. So hopefully I'm gonna hope the Storm Raven's gonna stay there and for the win. So we'll see how that works. Okay, this is going to be the last photo of the game, last picture of the game. As you can see, Ren is just, he's assaulted my assault squad, been able to wipe it out with the Death Company, and Lamar Hayes gets an enormous number of attacks when he gets angry, because I did do a wound with him from the Storm Raven earlier, I believe. So he had something like 9 attacks on my assault squad and was able to wipe it out pretty easily. And then he did throw everything at the Storm Raven. He was able to destroy the Storm Raven with just a sheer weight of attacks. And as you can see, the Storm Raven sort of crashed in the against the building there. I did magnetize the wings so I could do cool things like this. And there it is. So unfortunately, that's wrecked. So Ren's going to have my objective with those assault squads. I'm going to have his objective with my assault squad. And that's going to be a tied game. So very good game to Ren. Ren's an awesome opponent, really fun to play against. And it was kind of fun to play 2 really fast armies that were very fragile. It couldn't take a lot of shooting or a lot of damage in assault, and they just counted on the alpha strike, and to play our 2 armies like that was really enjoyable. So again, good game. I hope you guys enjoyed this battle report. If you want to see more Valhalla battle reports, check out my channel or check out Trevy'sPaintingTable.com. And that's about it. So peace out, yo.